Here we go. Well, welcome to the Energy Intermix Masterclass. I am so super excited to bring this forth today. This has been a birthing that's been kind of being conjured and happening, and it's time. So today I am going to bring in the council to actually share most of the information today. But before I do, I want to just introduce myself officially and who the council is for some of you that don't know. I know most of us are in this community. Many people are live on Facebook. Everybody on Facebook, say hi to everybody on Zoom. Everybody on Zoom, say hi to everybody on Facebook. And all y'all say hi to everybody on the recording, because we are honoring all of you that are bilocating as well. I just want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Take a moment right now just to pause. Close your eyes, turn inward, even put your hand over your heart. Just breathe in and just say thank you to yourself. Just say thank you to yourself. Not for any other reason, not because you're here, because you're there, because you're doing this or you did that. Just say thank you, just because. Just stop, turn inward, take a breath, and say thank you. Tell yourself, I acknowledge you. Just a moment of, I see you, I hear you, I acknowledge you. I acknowledge your struggles, right? Acknowledge those times that you've struggled and allow yourself to feel compassion for all of those struggles, including anything that you may be struggling with right now. You can say to yourself, I acknowledge your pain. I acknowledge your desires that haven't manifested in physical form yet, and the frustration that happens around that. Just allow yourself to feel that compassion and that acknowledgement. Just acknowledge this moment. Acknowledge your willingness to feel aligned, to be free. I want to welcome all of you that are gathering here right now. We're just doing some nice acknowledgement work on ourselves. Acknowledge your calling. Acknowledge that calling, that knowing, that awareness that there's something more. Acknowledge your willingness to be more. So if you would just allow yourself to feel self-compassion, self-acknowledgement, self-awareness, self-love, self-respect, and you just take this moment before we officially get started, because this then, that acknowledgement, that self-love, that self-respect, that becomes part of your energy container, which then becomes part of your intermix. And look how easy that was to just drop into and say thank you. Some people might have had resistance with saying thank you. Some of you are just getting here and going, what's going on? Letting yourself just connect to yourself, with yourself, and acknowledging yourself. It's always the first step in changing or shifting anything, is the returning back to yourself. So for all of you that are here that feel that there is something more, and you are desiring to either become more or be more or experience more or have more or do more, whatever the moreness is. Here's the thing. All of you here feel there's so much more, and there is, but there will always be, because the universe is infinite. So the key is to find your own energy intermix, so that you feel the becoming of moreness and the groundedness to satisfaction of what is, the appreciation of what is, the gratitude for what is, and also the gratitude for what's becoming. Because when you really think about it, there's three states of consciousness, right? The past, the present, and the future. And all of them are happening right now because everything is energy. And so when we can just say, thank you for who I have been, thank you for who I am right now, and thank you for all that is becoming, including myself. Just being in this space of gratitude. you are putting into your energy container, your energy intermix, what you deliberately want. So I am just so happy and delighted to be with each of you on this masterclass. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. It is truly such a blessing, a privilege to be able to bring forth the messages of the council. So the Divine Quantum Council of Light, that's their legal birth name. Honestly, it's how you distinguish Christy and the council from anybody else that's the channeling council or, any of that information. But it is really they're the Divine Quantum Council of Light, their birth name. And they are spiritual mentors, divine ascended masters, here to spread messages of energy mastery. And they're here, if you will, they're with us always from a much higher dimension of light. And their energy lowers down, must, in order to be received by human in a third dimensional body, their energy lowers down because they're from much higher dimensions of light. And because I increase my energy or my frequency and they lower theirs, their energy flows through me. And then they are able to embody me, and their consciousness is then able to be communicated with and for each of you that are here, willing to and wanting to hear this information. For those of you that are here to master your own energy and therefore your entire life, because everything is energy. So all aspects of the divine design, well-being and wholeness, abundance, success, loving and supportive relationships are part of our geometric patterning. It's part of our blueprinting. And when you can look at all those different aspects of your life and be able to really be aware and acknowledge, am I living this aspect of my wholeness and wellness? Am I living my aspect of abundance or success or love? And for some of you, I know not all of you have, but for some of you that have taken quantum energy mastery, who's, let me see you. Who's taking quantum energy mastery? Wave your hands. I want to see you. 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 There you are. Hi, Annika. I know Charlene's taken it a bunch of times. Diane, bunch of times. Love it. Love it. Mary. Hey, Deb. So cool. Awesome. Love it. So for those of you taking quantum energy mastery and retaking it, love it. We dive into the divine design and activate and cultivate those certain energy frequencies based on your divine design. For those of you that haven't taken quantum energy mastery, it's just absolutely essential to understand and to live from the truth and the reality that science and quantum physics has proven that everything is energy. And it's a way to really take that concept, which is not a concept, it is, but it's not so much more, that everything is energy, and really understand it and how to understand it from when something has formed itself in your reality. How did I have an effect on that? Because if it's in my experience, I've drawn it to me, consciously or unconsciously, aware or unaware, wanted or unwanted, I have brought it in because I am calling it forth from my own energy of what I send out in my transmission. So everything is energy means everything: money, your relationships, time, your situations that are wanted and unwanted, all of it, right? Your experiences that are unwanted and wanted, your career, or your service into the world that you're either passionate about or you're fulfilled with or not. It's all energy first. And we are energy containers. Most people, and for years that understand law of attraction, understand that I'm sending out waves into the frequency and, into the quantum field. And whatever I send out is going to resonate with and then be attracted to me. Well, that's why we're here today, right? We're here to understand we are energy containers. And the energy container, what we're talking about is the energy intermix. So what is that? Well, it's understanding that number one, we're not just transmitting energy out all the time. We are energy receivers. We are receiving in energy. We're receiving in stimulus. When you hear a sound, you're receiving that in. When you hear music, when you taste something, when you are feeling somebody else's vibration, when you're looking at something and you're noticing something, when you're aware, reading something, whatever it is, these are vibrations that also then come into and resonate or not with us. So what we are taking into our environment creates our energy intermix as well. And so by understanding we are energy receivers and we can deliberately choose what we want to receive in. And number two, that we are energy containers, right? We are always holding some form of energy. We have to, or if we didn't have any energy in us, we wouldn't be here. So energy is constantly flowing in, around, within, above, through us, out of us. And that energy contains a vibration. And that vibration either feels good or not. And so in energy intermix, and that's what today's masterclass is all about, is the second of those three truths of who we are. Number one, energy receivers. Number two, energy containers. Number three, energy transmitters. We, you and I, are the container for the divine. We are a container for energy, for life, for creator. We are all of that. We are literally the extension of that higher energy. So we are the container for energy. What's the energy that we hold? Because we are receiving in energy all day, every day. And if we're picking up energy that doesn't feel good, or that activates something within us that doesn't feel good, we have a choice to lift and shift our energy, and therefore we create our own different intermix. So each and everybody's energy intermix is different. It's as unique as you are, and you could think of it as like your own energy signature, right? Everybody's got their own signature, right? We write differently. We have different prints, everything is different and yet same. And the sameness is all of us are energy. We're light. We're physical. It's true for all of us. Doesn't matter if you have blue eyes, brown eyes, if you're a man or woman, doesn't matter where you live. We are all the same in that we are energy receivers, we are energy containers, and we are energy transmitters. And so when we experience any lack of any kind in any form in the third dimensional world and in this physical experience, this human experience, it's because and only because our energy intermix on that subject is not full. Let me say that again. If you're experiencing lack on whatever subject, could be lack of time, lack of money, lack of sport, lack of love, lack of friendship, lack of business, lack of clients, lack of clothes, lack of food, lack of patience, right? Anytime we are experiencing anything that is lacking, first of all, does not feel good. But our own personal, let's just take one subject, how we feel, how we relate, what we experience in our own consciousness on that particular subject is because our energy intermix is more slanted. If you think of it as like units of consciousness, right? It's like that fulfillment of the container. If you're going to fill up a water bottle, right? The contents in that container. What is that intermix? Is it pure water? Within us, on every subject, what's our own intermix? Is it lacking? Is it positive, negative? Is it low vibration energy, which doesn't feel good? lack always never feels good. Always never. That's when I'll use for, for those of you that have heard, watch your words, right? You don't want to say always or never. It's the truth when it comes to lack. Always feels bad, never feels good, right? So we're the ones that have free will and choice as to where to focus our energy and what to hold and put in our inner mix. So for example, people say to me all the time, well, do I have to go digging into, diving into the negative? No. The beauty is when you start to expand into the higher positive energy, anything that's lower vibration, it's going to let you know. You all know that. It's either going to show up in a form of a form because momentum has been going in that direction for a while. So now it forms into something that feels bad or doesn't feel good. But long before the form actually shows up, our energy, our emotions, our thought process, our entire consciousness has been focused on it long enough that it formed something. So if we could start paying attention to when that emotion comes up and we're like, hey, I don't feel very good, instead of continuing to push against that and see things manifest that make you still feel not good, right? That match that I don't feel good, we get to shift it up. And we are the ones that have the free will and choice as to what to put in our energy container. So what is Energy Innermix? Besides an incredible life-changing, expanding 2-day workshop virtually on 2 Saturdays in March, Sundays, depending where you are in the world, it's March 11th and 25th from 9 to 12 o'clock Pacific time. So they're 2 3-hour workshops. Grab your calendars, take out your calendars, see if those dates work for you. Again, March 11th and 25th. We'll have 3 hours, both Saturdays, literally cementing in your deliberate, high energy, good feeling, secret to life workshop. Like this is the council told me this is something that when someone looks back at the end of their life, they're not only going to understand when it was that life changed because they learned how to master their own energy, quantum energy mastery, but how you deliberately chose to not choose that, but then seal it in, like seal in your energy intermix. Because that's going to be the moment. If you look back, I was saying with my girlfriend, Dawn, we have a pinky swear that at the end of life, we're going to sit with each other in rocking chairs and kind of review the life and talk about things, right? And when you do that, the council said, this is going to be a point in time where you go, that changed my life. Because that's when my life went from fabulous to, oh my God, no words, where bliss doesn't even quite get it, right? It's like, sign me up. Yes, chick, please, right? Where do I sign up? For those of you, it might be from pain or frustration or dissatisfaction in one or more areas of your life to feeling satisfied, to feeling actually content. What would that be like? To be content in every aspect of your life. And what's exciting is because even though I am grateful for The Secret when it came out over 16 years ago, first in a video form, I was already living and coaching on law of attraction at least 7 years prior to it coming out. I was living it 5 years prior before that. So I was grateful because the level of depth and understanding that I could start with a client after seeing The Secret, right? It created an exponential effect on their success because they already understood it. And bringing in the council since 2018 in this particular way, they are uncovering deeper and more deeper processes and truths and recipes or secrets, if you will, to living a well-loved, supported, abundant, and successful life. So many of you know Kim Gore. She's our program concierge, Beth's wonderful, amazing wife, and I get to see her in a few minutes. She was saying to me when we were talking about this, because whenever I burst something through, obviously the first people that I talk to about it is my team. And council gives me the direct orders of what to do. And sometimes they'll say, hey, we're doing an energy intermix workshop. Ooh, what's that? You'll find out. Great. What do I tell the team? They'll know what they need to know when they know it. Great. How do we start a website with that? It's like the practical things of. So as we were talking about something that I'm supposed to find out when we do it, we were having a meeting, and Kim was talking about how it's like having a really great recipe, right? Because like Kim, our program concierge, was saying to myself and the team during our team meeting when we were discussing this Energy Intermix program that starts soon, the council said it's like a great recipe that was lost for years. And then Kim brought up, it's like concrete, which is really funny because the Energy Intermix is all about mixing in all those different energies and cementing it in. So how crazy is it? How amazing is it that I'm talking about this? We're going to pull from, let me give you a background. You know how many of you were with me for New Year's Eve meditation? And many of you have been following in this community for many, many years. And for years, on New Year's, we go, okay, what's the word? What's the essence? What are we going to bring in, right? Well, this year, the council says, one word is too limiting. Agreed. Because I was always like, well, wait, I want joy and abundance and success and that and love. And well, I don't want just one, right? So how do I take all of what I want, all that mixing of energy, the joys and the loves and the well-beings and the opulence and the fun and the like all of that, and bring that in to my experience of life and have that be my dominant vibration, not just one, but all of it. And that's what started this conversation of pulling it all in and mixing it in and then cementing it or sealing it in. So when Kim brought up, it's really interesting because it's like, this is like having the secret or the recipe that hasn't been brought forth in this way. And when Kim brought up that the Romans had the recipe for cement and it was lost for 1,500 years. So you can walk through any ancient ruins of Romans, Egyptians, the Persians, and you may notice that something is odd about their concrete structures, or not odd, but different than what we have today. Despite being thousands of years old, they withstand. They withstand through time, more so than our modern concrete counterparts do. And the reason for this phenomenon, when she said this, I was like, oh my gosh, this is brilliant, is that it was clearly superior. It was time tested. So why don't we use it? Why don't we have the same kind of cement that they used to use back then? Well, we would, but they lost the recipe. Imagine the success of the Roman Empire and all of that. They assimilated through the use of the technology in what they used in this cement. And in the course of conquering most of the Western world, right, they came across a method of concrete, the Romans did, that would last for a millennia. And they carried this technology with them as the empire expanded. So that by the beginning of the 5th century, concrete marvels could be found throughout all of the Roman world, which it still is when you really look at it. So the Roman Empire ended in 476 AD, long time to go, as they would say. My grandma used to say that, my Italian grandma, long time to go. And in its ruin, it left behind the concrete constructions, right? But the method for making the concrete was lost. 1,500 years would pass before the modern method of making concrete was discovered. And so this is kind of one of those things where new doesn't necessarily equate to improved, because modern concrete known, without getting too much into concrete and cement, because that's not why we're here, right? But it lacks the properties that the Roman counterpart that allowed those ancient structures to expand and to contract without cracking or deteriorating. So they have since concluded that the Roman concrete had a special ingredient, and that this special ingredient, which was volcanic ash, not only gave it better strength, but it helped against erosion and all of these other things. So without getting, again, too much down that rabbit hole, like the recipe for concrete, it was around. Great masters, such as Jesus and Buddha, they knew the secret of energy mastery and tending to your own energy intermix. So I'm going to bring in the council so they can share with you not only why they named it that, the program, the experience, the birthing, the expansion, the turning point, the quantum leap, whatever you want to call Energy Intermix as a workshop, but what is actually Energy Intermix, right? So before I do, just want to let everybody know they're probably going to talk for about 20, 30 minutes, depending. And I know some of you might have to get off. I know that Beth is putting in the chat on Facebook, and thank you again, Beth, you're the best, for the link to find this. It'll also be where you can find the replay of this. But the Energy Intermix workshop dates are 2 Saturdays. They're 3-hour sessions, March 11th and 25th, from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock Pacific, or 12 to 3 o'clock Eastern. And we decided to create a early bird special. The price of this workshop is $9.97, but the early bird is $5.97, and that's good through the end of the month of February. And we also do have 10 registrations as a fast action bonus. You get a quantum light shift, whether you've already done all the quantum light shifts on unconditional love, you'll get a credit towards that if you already have signed up. So that's the first 10 registrations, but the link is there, and that's all I want to say about this. And I'm looking forward to what comes through with the council. So enjoy yourselves. We are here. Hello, delights. Well, here you are in your body, breathing in energy, light, frequencies. What are you holding inside of your own energy container? As Christy said, and the information that we brought forth years ago that have helped many of you really master your life in a very different way, is the understanding of energy is always there, and that you are a receiver of that energy. Now, quantum energy mastery helps you really get into what is the source and how do you access it. And there are many, many courses, if you will, out there that teach you how to master your thoughts or change your emotions. We teach them too. There's many, many other teachers out there, courses that teach how you attract a partner, or more money, or more clients, or get in better health. Basically, return back to your divine design. This energy intermix, which is the understanding that you are a container. You contain, now let's think about this. You contain your energy even before your birth. You were being molded and shaped, and you were marinating in your mother's womb. Now, whether you were a big fan of mother, you liked mother's energy, or you did not like mother's energy, or you were adopted, or any of these other situations, we start before birth. with the Energy Innermix. Imagine you are back in the womb and you get to focus and call forth all of the energy that you want to solidify within you as a conscious being going through the different stages of your life, choosing. Well, you can. It's never too late because all time is simultaneous. And so what we're talking about is going through the past, present, and future with your own mix of energy. And so as we would love to say, okay, everybody here, let's go now. There's intricacies. As you all know, you are not simple beings. There's energies that are instilled and currents of energy and all that is going on in your entire universe within even your physical body, let alone your mental body or your emotional body or your entire physical body. Or excuse us, we're speaking Italian, scusi, your entire energy body. So feel yourself as this container. You're holding in energy. You're breathing out. There's energy moving in, there's energy moving out. So what's holding? We are going to be doing an activation of the individual recipe of energy to mix in like cement, taking all the different ingredients, taking it, mixing it together. And unlike the new cement of these last few centuries, we are going back to what really stands and withholds the bushwhacks and the opinions of others and the disappointments or the contrast of life. Because not only, it's not a how to this, do that, step one step. It's a full workshop on you show up and we go. It's integration time from before your birth to, yes, the time of your transition, and from higher dimensions of light, many of which have not come onto the planet yet. This is very leading edge technology. So this from higher dimensions of light moving in and reverberating into your body that will allow you to receive. Because everything you desire, need, want, anything you could ever think of or dream is here for you. But you must receive. So there are pain points. Part of pain body that in current form is in your energy intermix. There are times when your mind might worry about something. And instead of following that worry energy, to have the alert and then to be able to choose in the moment, this is what we are activating. There are two chunks of time. There's an integration weekend between the two. You will need it. And then we go even deeper into the second one. We are activating higher codes and frequencies. And so to prepare you for your choiceful or deliberate, on purpose, energy intermix, we want you to start thinking about, how do you want to feel? And you do that by thinking about the things that you enjoy or the things that you desire, you want, You want to manifest, whether it is a large sum of money or more clients or a different type of social life, or you're just wanting a different house cleaner or someone to support you in a business, or you're wanting a promotion, or you're transitioning from one relationship to another. Whatever is going on in your life, that subject, like Christy said, you have your own inner mix. You have an inner mix. Some of you have, for example, 2 children or 2 grandchildren or 2 friends, let's say. And if you think of one and then the other, your inner mix about those different people are different on every subject. So, how do we simplify this? How do we get it to the place where you are working with light and energy to cement in, to seal in what you want and to seal out what you don't? Well, we are playing with all the different holographic aspects of your beingness. And even you all might think of your aura, your bubble of light. There are different variations and different frequency waves. There is a, in your inner mix, because it's not just your physical body, it also includes your energy body. We're going to work at the mental level. We're going to work at the emotional level. We're going to work at the physical level. And we're going to work at the energetic level with the different energy body around your body, the mental body frequencies around your body, your aura, your ethereal body, the astral body, all included in your energy inner mix. So we have different experiences, such as quantum energy mastery, for example, where you come and you sit and you learn things and you write things down and you know a process that there are 5 steps to energy mastery. And step 1 is this and do this. This is not this. This is literally a come, vibrate, resonate, bring in, activate, seal in with these high frequencies. It's a workshop, and we're ready to work with you. So, for you all to get really, really, really clear, what do you want? Think about it. All those things that you want, that you desire, write them down. Take a pen, write them down. I'd like to do this. I'd like to do that. I'd like to experience. I'd like to go here. Like your little bucket list, if you will. That's whatever those are. We encourage them. Put more in them. But for each one, whether it's I want more money, I want to find a partner, I want to heal this, I want to heal my relationship with time, whatever it may be for you. Why? Why do you want? What do you want it? Why? What do you think it will give you when you have it? When you have completed it? When you have manifested it? What? What is it that you are wanting to create? Because any good recipe creates something unique and different that is valuable to everyone and everything. Your own inner mix, your energy inner mix. It's like a great recipe that turns out greatness and expansion and joy And your recipe to thrive and not just feel good, but to feel great and to choose how you want to feel in any given situation, to have that power within yourself and to accept your power, to enjoy that power, to allow yourself to be freed from and liberated from all those subpersonalities that have stuck in old energy and are still part of your energy inner mix. So this energy inner mix, your energy inner mix, is unique to you. Even though hundreds of individuals just like you will be experiencing now and over time the energy inner mix, you have your own. It's unique to you, like a signature, like a fingerprint, like your face, like your body, like you. You have your own choice of all the vibrations that you want to bake on in to your experience, and seal out any energy that you don't appreciate or desire in your own personal energy inner mix. You get to choose who you. So let's help you exercise your free will and choose. Do it now. So pause for a moment. Each of you, ask yourself, what high, good feelings do I want to put and keep in my energy container? What do I want to solidify within me? And you can choose as many as you want. It's not like, hey, we're a genie and you only get 3 wishes. When Christy was a little girl, and we love this about her, she used to think, well, that's not fair. If I'm going to get a wish, whether it's 1 wish or 3 wishes, what does everybody do? They want to wish for more wishes. Well, to say that you only get 3 wishes or 1 wish, that's unlimited. That's limited. And this is an unlimited universe, and you are an unlimited being. So Christy used to take her 1 wish as a little girl and say, my 1 wish is that everybody's wishes and dreams come true. What do you wish? What do you desire? Go for it. There are no limits. You can choose as many frequencies and feeling states as you desire. And we recommend, grab a pen. It's good, not just on a device, that's great, wonderful technology, but there's something special about holding a writing instrument in your hand and putting it to paper and writing down joy, bliss, passion, fun, peace, contentment, satisfaction, fulfillment, abundance, opulence, prosperity, wealth, giggles. Did we say fun? Compassion, harmony. You want it all? Of course you do. You're an unlimited being. Why wouldn't you want it? And if there's a part, oh, I'm good, I don't need anything, that's not who you are. You're a creative, unlimited being. Wake up. Allow yourself to feel what you want now and to mix that in. Write them down. We have some time from now until our workshop. For those of you that are going to follow and flow into the workshop, write this down. think about anytime you're annoyed with something, what's the opposite that you want to feel and solidify? This is perfect timing because you have time from now or when you're listening to this recording until we start. So you get to say, you know, that person seems happy. I want to be happy, happy. I'm writing down happy. Ooh, that person has fun toys. They look like they've got luxury. I want luxury. Sift and sort through your entire universe and see the things that please you and write those down, and see the things that don't please you and ask yourself, ooh, that's not pleasing to me. So what would be? This would be pleasing. So you're continuing to create this energy intermix on paper. And for those of you that for whatever reason, it's not your next step, we honor you. It still makes a lot of sense for you to write down all the things you want. See something or someone doing something. Ooh, I'd like to have that life experience. That's inspiring. Good for you. This doesn't feel good. I'm banging my head up against this. Well, this is what I don't want. What do I want? And get that on the list. Think about each feeling as a state of being. Each feeling as a state of connection and awareness. Contemplate those vibrations. Feel your way into them. Now imagine you are living from them. The energy is an extension of you, and you are an extension of the energy. You are a cooperative component of this higher frequencies and energy. Imagine living from that energy intermix each and every day and returning to that energy intermix of your choosing when there is a bad day, or you receive bad news or contrast or something that you just do not want. Or maybe, like Christy calls it, you got a bushwhack. Those are always fun. We are excited that all of you are feeling your way into the fact that you have choice in the energy that you hold in your energy intermix container. Pull from them. And yes, you guessed it. This workshop takes place in your stadium of light. So all of the guides, you're not just bringing in energy, you are cementing in and connecting to those guides. So for example, you're in your stadium of light, and we are going to call in the ray being of light of joy. And then that will be a connection that is always there. It's open. It's like a beautiful freeway system. It's open. And the being can transmit the joy-like, again, there's many, 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 the joy-like frequencies. You cement it in. Going about your day, something happens. Returning back to your energy intermix. Feeling the guidance that is there from all of your guides that hold all of those different frequencies. So imagine, Christy gave a really good example today we like and we're going to use. Imagine you were to go into your closet and maybe there was some clothes or shoes or stuff in there that has holes and raggedy. Maybe you worn it quite nicely and it had its day, but now it's time to let it go because it doesn't serve you anymore. So let's clean the closets out. Let's get rid of all those clothes that are tucked back in the back that you never wear, that you might take out and go, oh, it's so cute, but I didn't wear it. Maybe it's still got the tag on it. Put it back. Maybe I'll find an occasion. And for 10 years now, every 6 months, you pull it out and go, oh, it's so cute. And you put it back. Let's donate that. Ooh, some of you hoarders are having a hard time with that. If you release what you do not need, it is opportunity for you to bring in what you desire now and in the future. So imagining you walk into your closet and everything in there is something you can wear now. It pleases you, it matches, it delights you. There's nothing in there where you go, oh, that was a bad day, or that was a bad time, or I can't get rid of that because that was this. You are free to choose what you put in that closet, what you put in your own energy inner mix. Feel your way into it. Feel your way into it. Feel yourself expanding into it. And it starts, everything does, by you choosing. You have entire stadium of light, beings of light, there to support you 24/7. But it is you that must evoke and must choose. So whether you come forward in this configuration or in another or never, whatever you decide, it's all your choice. Do or do not do. It's your choice. Go here or go there. Feel this or feel that. We highly recommend that since it's your choice, that you choose deliberately your energy inner mix that delights you, that feels good. And we are delighted to support you in that. Allow yourselves to ground through your spine, down through the base of your spine. Breathing in and breathing out. Whatever path you choose and whatever energy you choose on your path, it is up to you. And we are delighted to bring forth the highest frequencies that this planet has ever experienced. Very leading edge of all of you. We are wrapping each of you in this configuration in light and reminding each of you, and we suggest you bring this on into your energy inner mix. You are infinitely loved. Be well. See you soon. Allow yourselves to receive a nice downpouring of light. Really coming back into the room that you're in, feeling your hips on the floor, feeling your awareness of being in the room. Letting yourself expand into this light. And go ahead and just put your hand on your heart, your hand on your belly, and just allow yourself to solidify whatever you've picked up and activated from this call, this introduction call, this masterclass. Allow yourself to just ground that on it. Taking a deep breath in and releasing your breath. How's everybody doing? Everybody feeling good? Yeah? Awesome. Well, I appreciate you all so much. I'm super excited because, like I said, we start in March, and I know that the council gave everybody some kind of pre-work to do, whether you join or not. It's really to take the time to think about the things that you miss or that you feel like you're lacking in. Like, I don't have this, or I don't have that. I wish I had this. And ask yourself what is the opposite of that? Because a lot of times if we feel, let's say we've been in the lack of money all of our lives, or we've seen people struggle, or we've been in debt, or we push against and fight against this thing called money. Instead of the struggle or the not enoughness or just enoughness or whatever that is, what's the opposite? What would that feel like? For example, what would flow? What would abundance? The energy that you've been as like an undercurrent. Some people have worry as an undercurrent with money, that intermix that they have with money, for example. Maybe they don't know, maybe you don't know what it feels like to be in that flow. Maybe you don't know what it feels like to have that level of contentment or fulfillment or support or whatever you're wanting to add into your intermix. And whenever we're embarking upon a new connection or relationship, it could be with a new guide, it could be with a new energy. It's like as if, I said, hey, Jill, Nicole, meet each other. Why don't the two of you go in your own little private chat and you guys talk, right? What are you going to, who are you? And what do you do? And how, what do you're going to get to know, you're going to ask questions, you're going to relate, you're going to engage. Do that with energy. Engage with the energy of love. Engage with that energy of wholeness, well-being. Engage with that energy of abundance. Because as you start to engage with it and feel it and start to connect with it, or at least your willingness is, that energy is going to find you and it's going to match with you. But it's like starting and developing a brand new relationship with someone you don't know. So allow yourself to explore the energy. Allow yourself to feel your way into that and invite it in. Speak to it. I want to feel love. I want to connect with love. What would love say? How would love react? What would love's response be in this? If I was fully in alignment with love, what would be my next step? These are things to literally get into your consciousness. And as a reminder, what's our consciousness? The words that we say. What are you wanting in your intermix? And are you speaking words of that? Your own unique recipe, right? Your own unique recipe of your energy. What thoughts would you think? What thoughts are thought out of love or joy, right? What perspectives or pictures, images do you hold with that particular type of energy? What feeling do you hold? What do you feel, right? And then from all that, what do you do? What's your behavior? How do you act? What is the thing that you're doing out into the physical world? It could be even just holding it in your container and walking around expressing that energy of love, or that expressing that energy of abundance. Once you hold it in your container and you have it and you know it, and you can feel it and it becomes part of you, then that's what you're expressing out. Others feel good being around you. You feel good inside of you, which is huge. Just being content to be you. Being content to be in your own energy mix because you get to choose it. So I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you. It's a privilege and an honor. And I'm just really grateful for this high level kind of conversation that we're having. So thank you all. Appreciate you. And hopefully we'll see you very, very soon in the Energy Intermix. Beth, I know, has put the information. You can go to the link. And of course, the replay of this, if you want to hear it again, is going to be there tomorrow as well. Have a wonderful evening. And Beth, I'm on my way to see you. Bye, everybody.